mean, I would give you guys a proper introduction, but that's not my style, guys. Oh, what's over there? I mean, I would have put out a video earlier, but who cares? Nobody actually sees these things, so what does it matter, you know? I don't know. Yeah, I've been busy with, like, I don't know, talking to foreigners. Make sure everybody's where they're supposed to be, you know? I don't know. Yeah. You're probably wondering, where am I right now? I'm in the jungle. You know, this is like a scene out of like Predator and what was that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Predator. Yeah, that's the name of the movie. Yeah. I look like a character in Predator, don't I? It's very odd. Some weird jungle like. I got jungle fever. I got jungle fever. Jungle fever. I got. Yeah, I'm in this cool thing called the Labyrinth. I don't know. Odd though, a labyrinth. Isn't that weird? I'm familiar with the labyrinth. The labyrinth of a special woman who I'm very fond of. She's very fond of horses herself. She has a labyrinth too, a very deep labyrinth. The ultimate labyrinth. A labyrinth I would like to penetrate, if you will, but yeah. I don't know. What was I gonna get at today? It's what the thoughts were percolating in my head. I hope I don't die here. Oh. Yeah, what it bothered? You know what bothered me on the way here? Because a lot of things bother me, you know? I'm very bothered. As Sebastian Maniscalco would say, I'm very bothered. Because I saw this dude, right? He's like, he's a very angry fella. I don't know why, but he's transitioning into a podcaster or something. Like, he's on a lot of hormones. I think it's really affected his behavior. But yeah, like he's transitioning into a podcaster. But anyways, he says this thing like he goes on and on with people who work in the office. Like, don't you want to be outside, you know, going on a hike, eating granola instead of being in the office? And I thought he made a strange comparison here, because like he's making it appear as though these two people are two different people, when in fact they're the same people, guys. A lot of people who work in the quote-unquote office, the cubicle, these are the same people who eat granola. Did you know that? People who work in an office 9 to 5 are usually people who go on hikes after work and eat granola bars. But he made it seem like these are two different people, as though he is this only granola eating hiking individual. Like that's all he does. And what a strange thing to do, or a strange thing to say, really. People who work in offices, cubicles all day, and there's people who go hiking and eat granola. And a lot of the people I've met so far, here anyway, they're the same people, you know? That's the sell, in fact. I mean, this whole experience, I mean, it's not even a real experience. The whole experience is just sold to those people who feel like they need to free themselves, you know? Because we divide you in civilization. There's your inside psyche and your outside psyche. Yeah. There's division, you know? Divisions. Divide and conquer, you know? That's how it works. We sublimate your desires, so you become productive members of civilization. So you can create buildings and whatever. And then if it's the other part of you needs to come out somehow, so we sell you tourist attractions to go on a hike. But even the hikes are all like, they're not actual nature hikes. You know what I'm talking about? Like, if you were really hiking, you'd be like in the middle of nowhere. You know what I'm talking about? Like, all these paths have already been sort of forged for you, so you're just paying for this experience, and then it's very odd. People who work in the office need to eat granola and go on hikes. They're the same people, guys. You know? They're the same Some of you know what I'm talking about. These are the same people, like who sign up for like one of those, like, I don't know, those 48-hour boot camps or some shit. They have like, they wear all they do is wear spandex all day and night. You know what I'm talking about? They have the shorts and the spandex under, like the spandex underneath. You know what I'm talking about, though, right? They have runner's gear, even though when they're not running. Why do you need gear to run, guys? Who buys gear to run? Right? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Guys, doesn't make sense. I don't know. Hope you can hear me. But yeah, what a strange thing. Like, maybe he knew what he was doing, though. Or maybe he doesn't, you know? Maybe he's part of it, too. I feel like he's trying really hard to, like, project, like, an image. I don't know. Maybe that's his whole shtick, you know? Maybe that's that's the whole sell. Let me sell you masculinity. You sort of can, too. You sort of can buy masculinity in a bottle. I mean, it's just hormones, really. Did you know that? I mean, most of male behaviors are just a bunch of chemicals. Technically, you can buy it. You can buy male behavior. You can't escape the dollar, you know? Dollars. Oh, speaking of dollars, I had I don't know, maybe this won't get flagged, but I dabbled in a little bit of LSD, if you will. Maybe or maybe not. But anyways, let's say I didn't do it. But if I did do it, my chakras may have aligned, and I realized my inner spirit, guys, is dollars. That's all it was going on about. Just capitalism, dollars, how I love money. You know who doesn't love money? Who doesn't love money? Everybody loves money. Money. Yeah. I like dollars, you know? Turns out I just like dollars. Went on some spiritual awakening to figure out that I like money, guys. Who doesn't like money? But anyways. Yeah, the Labyrinth. This is where I'm at. It's called the Labyrinth, which is very odd. What a strange... Maybe I'm making loose connections in my mind again, but I keep... There's a particular labyrinth I want to get involved in. Yeah, there's one labyrinth. Oh, because a labyrinth is like a very, like... A labyrinth is what? What's a labyrinth? It's like a maze of some sort, you know? There's that movie, Pan's Labyrinth, and there's that other one, like with, what's his name? Bowie something. You guys know what I'm talking about? David Bowie? Was it David Bowie or David Bowie? David Bowie. You know what I'm talking about, right? The Labyrinth movie where he's like this really old dude, and he's like, I don't know, so there's some strange thing happening to this young teenage girl, and she's beginning, I don't know. The Labyrinth. Yeah, why am I in a labyrinth? Who's that guy where I put a gerbil in his butt? Remember that guy? Gene, whatever his name is? I can't think right now. You know what I'm talking about, though, right? The guy who put a gerbil, like there's a rumor he put gerbils in his butt. That's also a labyrinth in a lot of ways. I want to be in her labyrinth. Why am I obsessed with her? Like, I want to be in her. Yeah, I want her so bad. I want her so bad. She probably knows that too. That's probably the best part, eh? Just knowing like you're desired. That's all you probably need, really. You don't even need to like, just that's enough to sustain whatever hole or chasm it is that is you, you know? I want her so bad. I want that labyrinth so bad. But anyways, yeah, I'm in a labyrinth. Yeah. I don't know. Am I verified? But that's another thing too. Remember verification? I heard you can buy verified. You can pay to be verified now on Instagram, which is a very interesting concept, eh? Because think about what that means. It kind of defeats the whole point of being verified, right? Isn't the whole... I mean, verify means to... It's to know unequivocally or to determine who you really are, right? Your identity. Could you imagine just being able to buy an identity? That doesn't make any sense. Think about doing that in other like areas. Like, imagine you could just buy, I don't know, citizenship, for example, right? Would that be wild? I mean, some of you may know what I'm talking about, because there's actually some places in the world where you can actually do that. I mean, My country could, I mean, my country for a while was doing that, but let's not talk about that. You don't want to talk about that. Buying citizenship. Because then that would call into question what it is that you're buying. Who are you really, you know? I don't know. I mean, who you are really is like just it takes a while to figure out who you are, remember? You gotta develop somewhere. You just can't buy it. You just can't buy an identity. What the hell is that? Yeah, you can't just buy an identity, you know? I mean, unless you're like forging identities. Right? Unless you're like an identity thief. But imagine, I mean, if you can buy your verification, that kind of defeats the whole purpose. I mean, you can't even call it verification anymore. Like, you can't even call it verification because you're just buying a check mark. So what does that even mean? It means nothing, you know? Which calls into question, is money the measure of all things, guys? Can I just buy... Can I buy status? I think you can. I don't know. This is weird. That money thing is so strange, man. Remember? Dollars? Remember what I was talking about? Dollars, dollars, dollars. I figured that's all I ever wanted, but... I don't know, man. Verification. Like, how do you know who a person really is, you know? There's, like, the actual person, and then there's, like, the thing you can buy. Like... But if you buy something, is it real? I don't know. I mean, we do it with products and services, right? I mean, that's how things work. If I buy a product, I mean, I buy the product. That's how it works. But identity is strange. But it's a little different, though, you know? Because identity is you. That's identity. It's you, like you right now watching this video. Like the little thing in your head thinking or... going over what I just said. Maybe I just said something before and it just, I don't know, maybe your brain's firing now, like you're making other connections. But that's who you are. That's the thing that's in you. That's the thing watching this and processing all of this, you know? But how do you buy that, you know? How do you verify? That's dumb. I mean, why would I have to even verify you as a person? You're a person, you know? I don't know. Maybe that's what's gonna distinguish us from like the robots, really. No, because robots wouldn't need money, right? Maybe the only way you can determine who a human being is and who a robot is or an AI is if somebody pays for a check mark, right? Because people need dollars. We need transactions. Because we're communal, you know. We need other people. Robots don't. They don't need money. So. That's probably what's going to distinguish us from the machines. The ability to buy a check mark, you know? That would be the verification process. Does that make sense? I think it does. I mean, think about it. I mean, how would you know? Like, I mean, online. Like, how would you know online is a person or a robot or an AI or a bot? Because, I mean, as far as I know, people have currency. People have money. I mean, bots don't, right? So if I want to know this person online is an actual person, how would I know that? You got to pay for the check mark, right? I don't know. So maybe it does come into dollars, you know? Maybe dollars are what makes us human. Maybe money isn't the root of all evil, guys. Maybe money is humanity, you know, the transactional equilibrium, if you will, between people. I don't know. It is odd, though, eh? Being able to buy, because but what does that mean to verify? I mean, to verify means you're gonna know for sure who or what this thing is. What the hell is that? Is that a coconut? No, it's not a coconut. Yeah, I mean, to verify. I mean, how do we verify people right now, right? ID, right? I mean, your ID, your driver's license, for example, your passport. That's a way to verify who you are, but I don't know. People have fake IDs, though, you know? Who's in the fault, though? I've always wondered, like, if somebody has a fake ID, Who's in the fault? The person with the fake ID or the person? I mean, what if you do your due diligence and it turns out to be fake still? I don't know. It is strange. How do you verify a person, you know? That is a question. Maybe with dollars, you know? You have to buy it. I don't know. But yeah, verification, you know? How do we know who you are? But even that doesn't make it. I mean, even a document doesn't really tell me who you are, right? All it tells me is like your place of address and your age. If the thing's even legitimate. I mean, if it's a fake, I mean, there's no real way I could even tell. The only way you can really know for sure is if like you talk to other people, right? You know, hell isn't other people apparently, you know? Other people determine who you are. Did you know that? Because you don't exist and like you don't. No man is an island. No man is an island. Like you need other people to determine who you are. Your identity is a collection of being bounced off other eyes and minds and ears and senses, and then once it bounces off all these senses, you become you know? I don't know. Yeah. You need other people to determine who you are. Like if you like imagine you knew nobody. Imagine you were literally living in isolation for like since forever. No one knew. There's no reference. There's no point of reference. Nobody knows who you are. Then who are you? Like, do you even exist? Really? I don't even know. Do you exist? So how do you verify? Well, then I guess the only way is through dollars. Right? Because if you have dollars, then it means you're on the grid, right? If you have dollars, you're on the grid. It means you have some sort of social security number, right? You're paying taxes somewhere. You got dollars. You're interacting with people, guys. If you're paying, oh, that makes so much sense. If you're paying, that's how you verify. How? Because how else can you pay with something if not dollars? And what would you need dollars for? Transactions, right? With other people. That's how we know you're you. I figured it out. Yeah. It's dollars, guys. Dollars, dollars, dollars. Money is not the root of evil. Money is us. Money is people. It is a reflection of those transactions, those interactions of goods and services. Now, some of you may be going, well, how about like a person? Well, you can't buy it. Obviously, you can't buy a person. I mean, you can't do that anymore, right? Obviously, there's limits. You can't trade people, but you can't trade goods and services. Now, you guys are probably wondering, well, what's the definition of a service, Sonny? That's a good question, man. I don't know. I mean, what is a service? What is a service? Because you can't buy a person, but you can buy the services of a person. Right? Are some services and products holier than thou? I don't know, man. I mean, as far as I know, I mean, the only thing I know for sure, guys, is this. Like the stuff around me, like me, I know I'm real. I know I gotta eat. I mean, I know you gotta eat. Again, because I know we all need to eat and drink water and need shelter. We gotta figure out how to work with each other. So, what do? We create this medium of exchange, you know? Dollars. See how that works again? Then your identity begins to form again, you know? Because you interact with other people. Obviously, you can work without dollars. You can just barter, right? You're just trading goods and services. Like, just a good, like, there's no medium between, like, there's no third thing between these things. But the reason why we need this third thing, because, you know, there's so many of us, guys. There's so many people. So you need some sort of medium of exchange. But even if you're just bartering, the same thing is still going on, though. Like, you know, you're still interacting with other people. I mean, again, your identity begins to form. Like, oh, there's Bob. He has really great, I don't know, cow dung or something. You know, cows. You know. Or there's Jeremy or Jacob. He has, I don't know, really good coconuts or something. He's the coconut guy. You know. Then you begin to interact with people like, oh, he's known for that, or she's known for this. But they're just products, right? Goods and services. But that isn't you know? I mean, we all know you're a lot more complicated than that, but But you get the idea though, right? I don't know. But what type of goods and services can you sell and not sell? Here's the thing. If it's me, I think you should be able to sell everything and anything so long as the person understands. Like you have to be, what I'm saying is like, you gotta be rational, you know? Like, if you're developed, like if you're a full-grown adult, understand the concepts of right or wrong, like you have some sort of like your brain is fully developed, you know? Like, then you should be able to do that with another fully developed person, or ask the guardian, let's say, of a, like if you need to, I mean, we do that now, like cereals, toys, and stuff when you sell it to a child. I mean, it's through the guardian is who you're trying to sell it to, right? You're not trying to sell it directly to the kid. Obviously, the kid doesn't have any money, so you sell it to the guardian, so it appeals to because the guardian takes the needs of the child into account, right? That's because the guardian is basically the adult brain for the child, because the child doesn't have it yet, so that's the guardian. But this is what I mean, though. Like, if it's, so long as you're not buying a person, because you can't do that, all right? I mean, that's sort of the limit. But how do we verify that you are a person, you know? I guess you can just buy verification then, which is strange, right? You can't buy a person, but you can buy your verification. Why? Because it will tell me that you're a human being. How do I know you're a human being? You have dollars. Bots don't have I mean, as far as I know, I mean, I don't think bots have dollars. Robots don't have dollars. Why would robots or bots have currency? Or I don't think they have Visa cards. Or I could be wrong though. I mean, I could be, maybe there are things out there that can just make automatic payments, but they would need an account though, you know? Where would they get the currency from? If not, if somebody already set it up for them. So it's not like they're doing it on their own accord either. Like somebody else is, that's what I mean though. But yeah, like for the most part, I think dollars would determine whether you're a human being or not. Yeah. And it would screen, because like I said, remember, like most kids don't have credit cards, guys. As far as I know, most kids don't have credit cards. I mean, so maybe it is the only way you can verify that you're not only a person, but an adult person. Right? I mean, that's the only way you would know if a person is an adult. A credit card. Because there's only so many things an adult can purchase with a credit card, right? Like a child, like even a child had a bank account, they can't purchase a lot of things that an adult can, because an adult has an access to a credit card, because credit cards are used for adult things, guys. So maybe that's how you know you're dealing not only with a person, but an adult person, if they have a credit card. Interesting. Like, I don't know, like, I mean, what would you need a credit card for? I mean, I don't know, like renting a car, right? Who can do that? Only adults. So why would adults need credit cards, right? Or renting a room in a hotel, for example. Who does that? Adults. How do they do it? With a credit card. See where I'm going, guys? So how do we verify you are an adult? I don't know, credit cards. But yeah, but that's how you purchase. That's how you purchase your verification. The only way we'll know that you're who you say you are, online anyways, is if you purchase things with a credit card. As far as I know anyways. But it does call into question. I mean, can you buy an identity though? You know, that's the kind of. But then, like maybe you can. Maybe you can buy like a stereotyped identity. I don't know. People do that too, you know. Oh my God, there's so much mud here. People sort of buy identities too. I mean, if you remember my other videos, I mean, people kind of buy brands and then they associate themselves with that brand. But you typically see that in people who are underdeveloped, like teenagers or children tend to, like I said, associate their identity with a brand, right? Because their psyches are too weak. They haven't really, they're not fully formed individuals yet, or whatever, but I don't know. Look, don't hurt people, okay? Just don't hurt people. Yeah, verification. That is a strange thing, eh? How do you determine? Yeah, I would say credit cards are probably the only way, really. Unless, of course, your kid steals your credit card, then if that's the case, then, well, I mean, the thing is on you, really, as a guardian. I mean, you got to take care of your kid, but I mean, a credit card is probably, because I mean, as far as I know, you have to be at least an adult to, right? Unless they give it to like 16, I don't think they even give it to like teenage. Like, you have to be an adult to have a credit card, right? So, yeah, maybe that's the only way, really. That's probably the easiest way to determine whether you're dealing with not only a person, like not even a bot, but like an adult person. That's how we verify. But what would the alternative be? Let's say, but then remember what I said? Like, we also know who you are just through interactions, right? Like, other people, so like, we'll know who you are because the people you've interacted with will be like, oh, I know who that person is. Like, you have a reference point. Which is strange because in social media, that's what you typically get, right? I mean, let's say someone garnered a lot of followers. They typically interacted with like a lot of people. Like, they've made a connection of some sort with like a lot of people. So you don't necessarily have to pay for verification either, right? I mean, like I said, like your senses, you know, like your eyes, your ears, the way you talk, that bounces off somebody else. They process that information, and then how they've rendered you as a person. They have some sort of inkling of who you are. They may not know all of you, because like I said, it takes a long time to figure that out, right? And even so, I mean, you don't really fully know. I mean, people change throughout time, right? I mean, you're not the same person you were 15 years ago, but yeah. Could you imagine? Imagine there's like a profile out there on some sort of, I mean, either YouTube or like Instagram or something, and it turns out it's not even a real person, and they've garnered, I keep saying garnered, they've like accumulated like thousands if not millions of followers, and nobody even knows this is a real person. Would that be wild? Imagine that. That would be that's a crazy experiment, man. That'd be a crazy, like, and you would never know because nobody ever saw this person in real life. No, but then eventually it would catch on. People would be like, hey, I've never seen this person in real life. Who is this person? You know? Because for the most part, like, even if you follow someone, at least you can sort of, there's some sort of confirmation as to whether this person exists or not, because someone can confirm they exist in real life. You know, either family, a friend, or someone. There's always a degree, I mean, there's a few degrees of separation between you and everybody else, but there's always a person who can confirm that, you know? But if this is a bot online and they garnered like some sort of deep fake, like, how would you know it was a real person or not? I guess a credit card, right? Because as far as I know, the only people who can apply for a credit card are people. Unless, like I said, you're into identity theft, but even still, it's still a person applying for the credit card. Like, a bot or a robot can't apply for a credit card. I mean, as far as I know, anyways. I don't know. Yeah, verification to verify who you are. Maybe it would solve a lot of problems, you know? I don't know. Yeah. I wish I was able to explore the Horse Whisperer's Labyrinth. She knows what I'm talking about. She probably sees this. I am very fond of her for some strange reason. I don't know why. Maybe because she's really smart. She's kind of hot too. She's really hot. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very superficial, guys. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, maybe a credit card is probably the easiest way to. Right? Why don't we just do it on most sites? Not even most sites, just everywhere. I mean, if you're an adult, then maybe you should. I don't know. Well, for goods and services, anyway, you can't buy a person, guys. So. I don't know. But there's still, I mean, obviously, I understand there's still some issues with this, obviously. I mean, like I said, somebody else can use a credit card on your behalf, for example, right? I get it, yeah. So it's not foolproof. So then, Or somebody can use a stolen credit card, for example, or I get it, obviously. I don't know. How do you verify a person, you know? The only way that I could think of is like biometrics, you know, like government ID. Because it's pretty hard to forge, let's say, like a passport, or like today anyways. I mean, it was pretty easy back then. Yeah, but it's pretty hard to forge a passport. Unless, of course, you work for the government, in which case you can just give out other IDs, or yeah, it doesn't really. All right, how do I verify a person? How do you? Yeah, that's what I'm. It's not even. I mean, this is not even like an issue I've like thought about. I mean, governments around the world have try to figure this out. How do you really verify who an individual? Like, how do we know who you really are? You know. People want to know. People want to understand. Like, they want to understand your motives, your desires. People want to know what they're dealing with. You know. They want to be able to like almost predict what you're gonna do. But that's hard, man. You can't really predict. I mean, even if you knew you could know a person your whole life and you don't really know what they're gonna do. You can't really. You don't really know what goes on in the mind of another person. You know, not yet, anyways. I don't know. You don't really know what goes on in the mind of another person, so. But I guess you can get an idea, but even still. But how do you verify a person, you know? I don't know. Doesn't really tell me a lot, though. Like, I mean, you could even tell me where you're from. It doesn't really tell me, unless I actually know you. But then how do I guess, from what you buy, because I guess it tells me an idea of what you desire, what you want, or like what you're always. I mean, Google, for example, would probably give me an idea of what type of person you are. Right? If I look into your search history, see the type of things you search over and over, or what you're looking at or reading, or where you're going, where you're eating, it might tell me, I mean, what type of person I'm dealing with, you know? But even still, that still doesn't really give you the whole picture. Like, you still don't know everything, you know? You still don't know everything. And there's a big difference between, I don't know, reading something on Google or seeing a movie and actually like acting out that behavior too. Remember like the whole argument, like, do violent video games make people violent, or is violent music? Like, there's a difference between consuming something like the artificial representation of something and actually enacting those behaviors, like it's like the chicken or egg type of thing, you know? Like, which one? I don't know. But then again, like I said, like, your identity is just the accumulation of all the interactions you come across. Like, even the stuff you consume while you're growing up, to a certain extent, it does influence you. I mean, it does. I know it influenced me. I mean, think of all the media you consumed, or television shows that had an impact on the way you even like approach things in life, you know? To say it didn't while you were developing is kind of, it's a bit of a lie, you know. It does affect you, but what are we gonna do? Censor everything, you know? Prevent children from watching. Good luck. How are you gonna do that as a parent, you know? I guess verification, really. Huh? How are you gonna do that? Verification. But then how do you verify credit card? Credit card. Unless, of course, they steal your, I mean, it goes back to my first, I mean, unless they steal your credit, but then that's pretty much on you as a guardian, really. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you gotta look after your kid. I mean, if the organization, not even, but if the institution or company or corporate themselves have in place all these controls to prevent your kid from accessing something or doing something they shouldn't, and they still were able to do so. I mean, eventually, who's really at fault here? I don't even know. Things get strange, you know? Really strange. Verification. Yeah, what? I mean, there has to be a way to put controls where... Right? There has to. There could be. I think there is. There must be a way. Or at the very least, just limit, you know? Or try to limit as much damage. Or the potential for damage. But yeah, there's a way to verify. But, I mean, when you do that, it also means, I mean, somebody's gonna be looking over your shoulder too, you know? You guys understand that too, right? Somebody's gonna have access to all that data. So in the event that something happens, at least we know who did it or who did something. But yeah, verification, you know, we need to verify, we need to determine, make sure with corresponding information, or I guess dollars. I guess you pay for it, really. But like I said, yeah, I mean, who you are is in a lot of ways the things you buy, the things you do. Unless it goes back to my first thing. I mean, remember, like you work in an office all day, you know? We've sort of divided your psyche. That's what civilization is. Like, there's the inside out, there's inside you, outside you, you know? There's a division, if you will, between your conscious and unconscious or whatever. And then we got civilization, all these buildings, all this stuff in your head came out, and we started creating all these projections and whatever. And then here we are. Then we sublimated your desires into this thing, and then it comes out in another way. So you have to figure out how to control that. So we made some stupid path for you, some hike, some path. So it seems like you're still in nature when you're really not in nature, you know? You're really not. I mean, you're even paying for that. You're paying to experience nature, you know, when you buy granola. So it's just what we are, you know? It's who we are as human beings. It's, I don't know. You could even buy masculinity in a bottle now, so I don't know what to tell you. So it's who we are, you know? I don't know. Moo, cows. Maybe you hear those cows? Even the cows have been domesticated. We domesticated ourselves, which is... Yeah, isn't it weird? What are we, eh? It's kind of strange, isn't it? I mean, what are we? It's kind of odd. I don't know. But yeah, so that's that. How do you determine who you are? You know, how do we figure out if you have a soul or not? Who are you? Who are you really? Yeah. Your soul. Who are you really, you know? Who are you really? Are you just a collection of whatever you buy, whatever you do every day, your habits? I guess you are. I mean, every path has been forged, even this one, see? You see it? It's just a path. Even that path has been forged. All the roads in the street have been forged for you, so you're just going around on a circle, and like you're like that mouse in a maze, you know? But some people there are like right on the edge of things, you know? Those people, you know what I'm talking about? The explorer, for example, the person who's, I don't know, like, you ever been like in a video game and then you get to an area where you haven't seen before, and then poof, the map expands because you just saw something new. So now you have new data like integrated into whatever you already had. Does that make any sense? Like, before it was like an unknown area, it was blank, and then you entered it into it, and then now this new map forms. Does that make sense? I don't know. Baudrillard would know what I'm talking about, or whatever. I think it's him. Maps and whatever. That's what I mean, though. It's weird. Was it Baudrillard? Jean, whatever. You guys want to talk about Jean Baudrillard? Yeah, the map thing where he talks about like the maps. Yeah, it's weird. And I guess whoever's at the edge of that, like whoever, they get to claim it first, you know. And then you just pretty much determine reality for everybody. Like you just determine the parameters for everybody else after you. That's nuts, eh? They talk about power, guys. Jeez. Talk about power. Determining the parameters of not even civilization, but let's say a nation state, you know? To verify who you are. I mean, with borders, we gotta know who comes in and out. So we gotta know what type of data is coming in and out. What type of identities, what type of souls are forming, if you will. Yeah. Because with every new being, with every new human being, you get a new fresh set of eyes, you know? New senses, a new soul, if you will, to take in reality. And maybe they interpret it in a way nobody else has. But that's very rare, you know? You typically see the same things over and over and over again, so rarely do you get a person who just sees something completely different, you know? Changes the whole game. It changes those are like the Einsteins of the world. Like they completely change how we view everything because they just saw something nobody else did, you know? Their senses were just able to interpret or process something nobody else did. That's what countries like, though. Nation states love that because then they have a new data set. They have new information they could hold that somebody else may not see. And that gives you a competitive advantage, you know? Competitive advantage, huh? Competitive advantage, huh? Competitive advantage. Competitive advantage. Advantage. Yeah. Yeah. That's what happens. Verification. You know? Piece of paper sort of tells me who you are, but sort of doesn't at the same time. I think I'm lost. Yeah, I think I'm lost. I hope I'm not lost. It's getting dark, guys. It's getting dark, guys. I'm scared. Yeah, I think I've already been there. Maybe through here? I don't know. Remember that movie, The Blair Witch Project? Oh man, I don't like mud. I don't like mud. I don't like mud. I stepped in mud. I don't like mud, guys. It ruins my Nikes. Oh man. Oh man. Whatever. City boy. City boy's up. Yeah. Yeah. Quite a lot in this one, very dense. Quite a lot going on in this one. What's this? What is this hole? What is this hole that I'm in? Wow, guys. It's a secret garden. Whoa. This is where homeless people have sex. Whoa. I'm just kidding. Probably, I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, where am I though? I really do need to figure out. I gotta figure out where the hell I am, guys. This place really is a labyrinth. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys. I think Sunny's lost. Sunny's lost, and my phone is dead. This is the start of a very bad horror movie, guys. A very bad horror movie. You can't even see me. Yeah, I wanna go home. This is no longer fun, guys. Sunny wants to go home. I'm tired, my lips are chapped. They smell, I need to go home. I don't even have ID on me right now. I mean, how would anybody even know who I am if they found my body for Christ's sake? Oh, this is so bad. Oh, this was a dumb idea. Jeez. Oh, you just have to go into the whatever, eh? And to go walk in the labyrinth, eh? Yeah. How much battery do I have on this thing? Jeez. This is raw. This is raw, uncut footage. Oh my god. Where am I going? Can I go here? No. Over here. Nope, that's a dead end. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. Let's try this way. Let's figure this out, you know? Nope, I'm not going there either. Okay, let's go back. Sonny's lost. Sonny's lost. Oh, if this thing cuts off, you know, it didn't end well, guys. Oh, I hate the mud. Oh, jeez, you hear that? Ugh. 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 My Nikes are just messed up now. Ugh. Horrible. I need a new pair of sneakers. I don't know, I guess this way. I guess we can go this way. Oh, more mud. More mud. This is fun. More mud. More mud, guys. More mud. Guess what? More mud. Awesome. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. What's this? No, that's where I was. Okay. Time to go back. I need to figure this out ASAP. Okay, we're going back. We're going back. We're going back. Back to now. Back to here. Yeah, we're going back. I don't like this. It's getting kind of cold too. My chakras are off, you know? My chakras. My chakras are off. My shoes are so dirty now. Jeez. Because I like to look nice, you know? Even when I'm on a hike, I want to look good. I want to look fashionable. I don't know what it is. I like Nikes. You know? Who doesn't like Nikes? Oh man, I gotta figure this out. Okay, I really do look like a character in Predator. Alright, I mean I sort of do, but yeah. Get to the chopper! Yeah, I think I went through here. Gotta figure this out, guys. Sonny has to figure this out. Yeah, I'm lost. Oh, this thing really is called a labyrinth, eh? For that reason. I think I'm being punished. They made fun of her. Nope, I remember this. Okay, so I'm not too far. Okay. I'm pretty sure it was this way. What the hell is that? I see light. I see light at the end of the tunnel, guys. Did I make it? Doesn't look like it. I think I'm still lost. Oh my god. No, this is familiar. I think I've been here. Yeah. I think I've been here. Okay. Ah, jeez, that hurts. Oh, jeez. That hurts so much. That hurts so much. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. My shoes are done. My beautiful Nikes are finished. It sucks. I don't know. This looks familiar. I think this is familiar. I don't remember any of this though. Where am I? Where am I? Okay. Nope. Nope. Oh, I'm legit getting scared. Oh, okay, here we go. It's gotta be it. This has gotta be it. This is it. Nope. Oh yeah, here's a bench. Okay, I remember this stuff. Okay. Okay. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, there's a porta potty. Okay. Thank Jesus Christ. Oh, yes. Wait a minute. No? Yes. Yeah, this is... This is it. No, that's not it. Did I go through here? Or through there? I think it was through here. Pretty sure it was through here. Right? Did I go up those steps? Oh man. This is annoying. This is very, very annoying. Oh, I am legitimately lost. Like, I don't even know. Oh, I'm scared, guys. Okay, I'm very scared. I'm going around in circles. Is that it? I don't know, maybe. I think that's it. Okay. Okay. Is that it? Yes. 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 Here we go. Oh, yes. That's a road of some sort. Oh. Finally. Oh. Oh, yes. Oh my God, I was so scared. I'm scared, guys. I made it. I made it. See, they don't have to verify my body. They don't have to verify my body. It's a beautiful sunset though, eh? I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm gonna end this one here, guys. Whatever, guys. Whatever. Whatever, guys. Whatever.